Okay, so the first thing that's important for me about Mannatech is that we are a publicly traded company on the Nasdaq. We've in fact been listed since 1999, which means it's very transparent. The second part about it is that we have been in business for over 20 years, which means we've got a massive track record. And that was something that's very important for me, seeing this for the first time, is that it's not a company that's been around for 1 or 2 years. They've been in business for more than 20 years. And the third part is that we're doing business in 24 different countries, which means that you have the opportunity to build your business internationally in any one of those 24 different countries. And of course, we still have to expand into all the emerging markets of the world, which are really the BRIC markets, which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Now, Mannatech really has 3 different pillars to the company. The first pillar is that we are in the health and wellness industry, and this has been predicted to be the next $1 trillion industry. And the reason for that is because of healthcare not providing adequate solutions. People, more and more people today have autoimmune diseases than ever before. So people are looking for alternatives. And the second reason is that you've got the aging of the baby boomers, which are people that are born just after World War II and before 1964. All of them want to live longer, they want better looking skin, more energy, they want fat loss, and so forth. And what they're predicting, economists all over the world, is that 20 companies are going to control about 80% of this market. And to be one of these top 20 companies, you need 4 things. The first thing you need is a patented product. Now, Mannatech is one of the only companies in the world that has actually, in fact, discovered a whole new class of nutrient called glyconutrients. And we have more than 90 international patents on our technology, and we've got more than 60 patents on our flagship product, which is Ambritose. So we, of course, tick that box over there. The next thing that you need is scientific validation on your product. So what it means is that the consumer is becoming more educated, so they're not going to just buy good marketing material. They want to know, does this product do what you say it does? And Mannatech has so many different clinical trials to prove that our products do what we say they do through double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover studies. And so we've got the scientific validation as well, and you can find more of this on www.mannatechscience.org. The third part is you need a disruptive technology. Now, disruptive means that when this product came to market, is that most of the companies didn't really acknowledge what it could do. And so of course it was very disruptive, and that's why you might find some negative things about it on the internet, because when we first brought glyconutrients to the marketplaces, a lot of people didn't believe that it could do what we said it does. And now, of course, after 15-20 years of doing research, we can now prove that it does what we've always said it does. The fourth part that's important is that you need a guarantee on your product. So what it means is that the consumer wants to know, if I try your products and I don't get results, can I get my money back? And Mannatech offers a 90-day satisfaction guarantee on our product as well. So we, of course, tick all the boxes to be one of the top 20 companies that will control 80% of this whole health and wellness industry. The next part about it is, of course, the social entrepreneurship side about our company. Now, what it means is that we're taking on a global challenge, and we've decided to take on the challenge of malnutrition. And malnutrition is kills more than 5 million children under the age of 5, and our goal is to link 5 million consumers that are using the Mannatech products up with 5 million children that are malnourished. And we'll completely eradicate malnutrition if we do that. Now, once we complete our mission, we'll become a $5 billion company. So we've really set a massive target, because we want to do something of significance. The third part about it is, of course, the business. And of course, what's important to realize is that the industry we're involved in is a very rapidly growing industry. In fact, it's doing $170 billion globally, and this was in 2012. And in fact, this is much bigger as of 2014, and we're just waiting for the figures to come out. But I believe it'll be very close to almost $200 billion as an industry. The people that are endorsing this industry are people like Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki. All of them are saying this is the perfect business, and a lot of them have invested heavily in this industry. Now, what I loved about the business is that there's really 4 things that come to mind. The first part is that it's something that you can build part-time. So while you're studying or working, you can build your business part-time. The next part about it is that it's low startup cost. I mean, for most young people, or even for people that are a bit older, many of us don't have the finances or the resources to be able to buy a franchise. But for Mannatech, you can get involved in business for under $500 or under 5,000 Rand, you can be involved in business for the very first time. Now, the third part about this is that we also offer people the chance to build their business internationally. So if you know people in any one of these 24 different markets, you can build your business there, because we are operating all those markets. So if you know someone in Australia and you're from South Africa, straight away they go online, they go onto your website, they choose their products, it gets delivered directly to their doorstep, 2 to 5 days later. And of course the fourth part is that it's a turnkey business, which means that you literally just have to turn the key and you can get started. You're buying a business in a box. The companies design the products, they've put all the infrastructure in place, all that you have to do is recommend and promote. So these are just sort of the 4 parts about the company and about the business that's important for me. Now the next part about this is really where does the money come from? And for me, I took some time to understand this, but I think once you snap it, it makes so much sense. And if you look at the traditional distribution model, is normally what happens is about 20% of the money would go into production and about 80% of the money would go into advertising and marketing, shelf space, agents, brokers, middlemen. So what Mannatech does is we use what we call word of mouth marketing, which most of us realize is the most powerful form of advertising and marketing in the world. And what we do is we put 56% of our turnover actually in fact goes into research and development. It goes into running the company to make sure that we have the patents, to make sure we have the scientific validation, to be able to offer our clients a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. And what we do is we put the other 44% that we would have spent on advertising and marketing, we actually put that into the pockets of our consumers that are sharing this with other people. Just something to also bear in mind. So what is really happening is you're bringing a much better product out to market. I mean, you're spending so much more money on the research and development. I mean, Mannatech has spent more than $50 million just on research and development alone. And the 44% gets paid out in 2 different streams of income. It gets paid out into if this is money and this is time, it gets paid out into a passive income and also into active income. So every single month you get 2 different paychecks. Now what you and I get paid to do is that when we set people up with their account numbers for the very first time, we will earn what we call a active income. And the passive income, which is where you do the work once but you're getting paid over and over again on that every single month. This comes from automatic orders in your business, because remember, we're working with a product that is consumable. It runs out every single month, so people reorder the products. So what we do is we set people up with this account number. They buy the products directly from the company. They then save 20% on the product because they've got their own account number. So they save 20% on the retail price. The company will ship it to their doorstep. Now there's 2 different ways of getting this account number. The one is by being a preferred associate, and this would cost you once off just over 1,050 Rand. And the next pack would be the All-Star pack, which would cost you about 4,700 Rand. And what happens is the only difference between these 2 packs is both of them will give you the 20% discount, but on the All-Star pack is that you can earn all the commissions. The All-Star pack also allows you to build a much bigger business, and also you get a lot more product. Both of these are once again once off. Now remember, I mentioned earlier that there's active income and passive income. Now what happens is that if you refer someone to buy the preferred associate pack, you will get paid 115 Rand for doing the referral. Now if someone buys the All-Star pack, you will in fact get paid 560 Rand for doing the referral. The nice thing that Mannatech does is they reward you for building teams of 4. So if you've built a team of 4 people that have bought the All-Star pack and you are also an All-Star, you will of course make 2,240 Rand, and for every 4th person that you introduce, you'll earn an additional bonus of 3,000 Rand with that, which means that you've made just over 5,240 Rand. Your business has cost you 4,700 Rand to get started, and you've made back all your money. You can do this in the first week or in the first month or in the first 3 months. There's really no time limit to it, but for every 4th person you introduce, you'll make the bonus again and again and again. Now how the passive income works, which is the bottom stream of income, so you'll see it starts very, very small, but it starts growing exponentially, is that you have to place what we call a qualifying order of at least 100 points, which works out to about just over 1,000 Rands worth of products. Now what we want to do is to create passive income is we want to create a team of 6 people initially. So what we do is we introduce 6 people to the business. Now you can introduce all 6 people, or maybe you would introduce person A and person B, and person A might introduce 2 and person B might introduce 2, but you've also created a team of 6. Or you might have introduced person A who introduces A1 who introduces A2. So, but as soon as you've got a team of 6, and all of these 6 people are also ordering their 100 points, you basically have 600 points being ordered. So when you have 600 points being ordered, you will basically create what we call a team bonus, because it's 6 people ordering 100 points. So 6 times 100 gives you 600. You can do this in the first week or the first month. You earn a team bonus. There your income will be about 450 Rand. What's your next goal? Is that we want to help 2 people in this whole group of 6 people, identify 2 of them, and just help 2 people also create their team bonuses, which means you've got a total of 1,200 points plus your original people that are also ordering the product. So you've got more than the next required level, which is having 15 people or having 1,500 points. And here you're called the regional director. And as a regional director, your income can be anything from about 1,000 Rand to about 2,500 Rand. And you want to try and accomplish this in the first 1 to 3 months. Remember, this is part-time, and the nice thing about this is while you're building up your passive income, you can still earn your active income as you're doing this. What are we going to do now? We're going to identify on a whole group of people. Remember, there's 15 people here. I'm not drawing all of them on the page here, but if we can just help 4 of them also become regional directors, just like you did, you're going to have approximately just over 6,000 points in your business. And when you've got 6,000 points in your business, you've got about 60 people ordering the product. Now, once again, you didn't introduce all 60 people. You just helped 4 of your friends find 15 by becoming regional directors. There, at 6,000 points, you're called a national director. And as a national director, you will earn anything from about 5,000 Rand per month to about 9,000 Rand a month as a national director. And we'd like to accomplish this in the first 3 to 6 months, building the business part-time. What we're going to do now is we're going to help these national directors, these regional directors we've developed over here, we're going to help them become national directors. So if we can help those 4 people each produce their own 6,000 points, that's going to give you just over 24,000 points in your business. So you're on the next level, because now you'll have more than 200 people ordering 100 points per month. So this is 20,000 points in your business. You're called an executive director, and your income can be anything from about 15,000 Rand per month to about 30,000 Rand per month as an executive director. You can accomplish this anything from 6 to 12 months, depending on how much time and effort you put into the business. Once you become an executive director, all you do now is we help not 4, but we help 3 people become executive directors as well, which is going to give you just over 60,000 points, which is over 600 people using 100 points, and you've helped 3 people go executive. That's 60,000 points. You're called a presidential director, and as a presidential director, your check will be anything from about 45,000 Rand to about 55,000 Rand per month. And you can do this anything from about 12 to about 60 months, depending on how much time and effort you put into this. Some people will do it faster, some people might take a little bit longer. Once you become a presidential director, you can never earn more than that unless you help other people achieve presidential director level as well. So what happens is, as soon as I've helped 2 different people achieve the level of presidential director, I become a silver presidential director. And at silver, there your check will start at about 100,000 Rand a month and more. So you're earning about 25,000 Rand a week. Once you become a silver presidential, your next goal would be to help another person achieve the level of presidential director as well. And once you've done that, you're called a gold presidential director, and there your income will start at about 150,000 Rand per month. And once, of course, the next goal is to help the 4th person that you introduce also become a presidential director. You are called a platinum presidential director, where your income will start at about 250,000 Rand per month. And the only way you achieve the level of platinum presidential is by helping 4 different people achieve the level of presidential. So something that's very important to bear in mind is that you might have someone that you introduce that actually becomes a platinum before you, because he's helped these 4 people before you've helped your 4 people. Because if you only help him, you've only helped 1 person. So that's very important to realize. And this is in a very short, brief way, how to keep it simple, how to explain the business plan to your new prospect.